What up, YouTube? What up, Facebook? And all the social media network is TMDE Sports Edition. Wow, we got a great show for y'all tonight. You know, we used to cover a little bit of football. Now we expanding to basketball and all kinds of different arenas of home entertainment for all the fans and all the people who love to be entertained. It is what it is. And I got to get to the sponsors first, but you know, it is what it is. I got to give up to my boy, Aaron, since Aaron let him know what's good, baby.
Hey, man, it's all good. Love you to life. Let's get it. Have a little fun out here.
No doubt. Woo, what a week, what a week, what a week. Got to get to the sponsors. This episode is brought to you by Volpini Law Firm for all your personal injury and real estate needs. The best in Northeast Ohio. And we got a new partner that is coming down with TMDE. We got J7W Multimedia LLC, which is going to be handling. We're proud to be a partner now to make this show more interactive and better for you, the viewer. And I got one more. This is my pleasure. This is very exciting for TMDE. As you well know, there's a new league coming out. It's called the ASFL Football League, the American Spring Football League. TMDE is now a proud sponsor, and we will be bringing you, this is an unofficial announcement, we will be bringing you all the ASFL coverage of this league. This is wonderful, man. Me and Aaron, we really hype. It's beautiful, man. Hey, bro, real quick, how you feel about this, man?
Hey, man, I'm big excited. I'm excited for the league. I mean, they have some exciting new owners. We're going to keep that under wraps. They got some exciting new owners. It's going to be in some great small market cities that love football. And, hey, I'm excited. You know, football is good in the spring. And with the USFL being sued by the former USFL, we don't even know if they're going to play spring ball this year. So, hey, I'm looking forward to this. They've been built for a few years. They got a strong foundation. I'm looking forward to the new players, bro.
No doubt. Ooh, excuse me. Like I said every week, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment. Love us, because we love you. And it is what it is. But we got to say this. You know, things happen in the sports world that all we can do is throw our hands up. As you well know, Brittney Griner, who is a WNBA star, I think she plays for Phoenix, a month ago was arrested with cartridges of cannabis oil. And that shit blows my mind. Aaron, man, how you feel about that, bro? Real quick, man.
I feel like she has some injuries. I feel like she smoked to treat her illnesses, but I don't know the laws over there where she got caught. It's always dangerous to break the law abroad. My heart goes out to Brittney Griner, man. I wish her the best. She was one of the first women, not the first woman to make me want to watch the WNBA, but she brought some excitement to it when she started slamming on people. You know, it gave me a throwback back when Cheryl Miller used to play. She was a dominant player. I still say, if I had to pick 11 people to play on my team, I'm picking Cheryl Miller as the 11th person because I respect her game.
Yeah, how you feel about Lisa Leslie, man?
She's nice, but I'm trying to tell you, Cheryl Miller might could have played with the brothers, bro. She taught Reggie Miller a lot. You see,
I was gonna tell you that. Yeah. Her brother Reggie owes a lot of debt of gratitude to Cheryl Miller. Her as a commentary, a color analyst on the court. That woman has set a legacy for herself, and it is what it is. Now let's get to it. Woo! As you well know, the Cleveland Cavaliers have been on a slide. I can't explain it, but we're going to try to get to and elaborate on it. The Cavs been on the slide. And my brother Aaron, man, how do you feel about the maturation of Darius Garland as a player? This is his second year in the league. How do you feel about it? Let me know, my brother.
Well, I like his growth. Darius Garland, if anything, is an upside for this season. Is his first game back against Philadelphia, and you've seen what happened. They came out, they scored 40 points in the first quarter. They had a big lead. Unfortunately, they wore him down. Maxey went crazy. He got 38 points, which was unexpected. And really, with Harden and Joel Embiid, and then you got somebody else scoring 38, they're unbeatable like that. They're really unbeatable like that. And the Cavs did a good job of stopping Embiid and stopping Harden a little bit, but Maxey went off. He slipped through in between the cracks, and that's what young teams do. As far as Garland, his jerky style, you know, it's hard to guard because he can stop and go faster than a big man can stop and go. And I find him a lot of times leaving people in their tracks. It's almost like when Barry Sanders makes a cut or stop and go on a dime, he leaves people, you know, still moving. And the thing I really like about Garland is he uses the big man's momentum on alley-oops. He'll do an erky jerk and he waits till the big man leaves his player to throw the oop, and he used the big man's momentum against him so he can't get back and block the oop. So he's getting smarter and smarter. I think Rubio early in the season taught him a lot, him a hell of a lot, you know, but Rubio's not with us anymore, and Rondo has nothing but good things to say about him. I mean, I look at his strengths. Darius Garland can shoot from anywhere, and his left hand passing ability is ridiculous. I mean,
that one pass I seen him do to Jarrett was like bananas.
Man, he can pitch that rock, you know what I mean? So, you know, for him, his growth is steady. His growth is steady, and I'm very pleased with Garland. And I actually just, you know, believe the team need to just, you know, just take a deep breath and realize they got another half of the season to play.
Yeah, what I mean, the decline, man, the decline is like, you know, it's crazy. I almost was like, I don't want to jump on the bandwagon too quick. You know, I love the Cavs, don't get me wrong, but it seems like I said, when it comes to Cleveland, man, we get these processes, man, you know, where everybody's down, like, all for one and all that good stuff. The land, we love the land, and then next thing you know, we got a little yard. You know what I'm saying? And that bothers me, man. And I was like, oh man, they came back from the All-Star break, they dropped these, they won, they dropped. I was like, come on, they've been in it. Don't get me wrong, they've been in these games without some of the star players. I like that. But I think they got a problem seeing like some of this perimeter shooting, defending it.
I honestly, I believe it's expected, man. They're a young team. I mean, the core of the team are all under 25 years old. These are kids. These are young kids. And they're learning to play right now. And like their whole slogan says, let them know. They're letting the league know they're here. They here. That's what they doing. Let them know. Now, coming up to the All-Star, being in Cleveland, it was big hype. You know, being a young player, you can be distracted. And that's one of the things about the NFL, and that's what makes a professional. They have to be focused the whole game. That's why players like Chris Paul and LeBron James and all these veteran players that know how to win, they know how to settle down a young team. We don't really have nobody on the team right now that's good enough and plays enough time to settle the team down. So before the break, they were anxious. After the break, they're tired. I mean, you look at Darius Garland, his first game back was against the 76ers because his back was a little sore from All-Star Weekend. And really, it was sore going into All-Star Weekend, but he wanted to, you know, keep his obligations. And then if you look at most of the team, the freshman and sophomore teams, this is why young teams do not win the NBA championship. It's because they're used to playing 30, maybe 40 games at the most. In a half season, they get that little dip. Their muscles get tired. They get a little bit tired because they're not used to pushing that hard that long. And for about 2 or 3 weeks, they have up and downs. But the good teams that are for real, you know, they catch guard and they continue on to get back to where they need to be. And, you know, with Bickerstaff's defense, it's set up that way. So they can get back easily. And I hate to see this, but, you know, when Brown got hurt for Boston, that put Boston behind them. And I actually do think that the Chicago Bulls are going to, you know, drop a few and drop a little bit. That's why I'm saying I still think the Cavs are 5th or 6th. I still think they're in the playoffs. Not reading too much into this little slump because I expected it myself. No doubt. And that's why I always laugh at people and say, now, would you want LeBron James now? Because think about it. With them young legs, he can tell people, hey, let's pace yourself. A lot of times LeBron would know when they were overexerting because they're working off adrenaline, and he was slow to pace up. See, that's what having a LeBron James could do to help you. And that's why we fantasize sometimes about getting him back. And that's why I could never say I don't want him on my team. You know, if they have LeBron on this team, arguably they got a chance to win the East. Now, I think they're one and done. No, I don't think he's coming back. No, I don't think the Cavs are getting him. But this is why we still fantasize, because moments like these. Yeah.
They said LeBron, he's definitely not happy right now. You know what I'm saying? What is they going to do with Westbrook, man?
Well, we'll see what happens with the season. I mean, to me, once you get in the playoff, anything goes. If you're in the top 10, you know, it's for, I think it's 7, 8, 9, and 10. They got the little play-in thing. But when you get 8, it's a series. Now, everything changes when you get to the playoffs and do a series because it's possession for possession. It's just not running all the time. Defense gets tighter. You got to run more plays. They got all week to scheme just for you. You know, that's why, you know, I like Bickerstaff's defense because it's built for things like that. And I expect, you know, a good series, if not maybe to pull one off if we can come together before the playoffs.
Yeah. You think they have gotten used to this 3 big lineup, man? You know, we got them 7-foot. I think they kind of peeping it out what the Cavs are doing a little bit. And I think it's kind of causing a little bit of an issue. You know what I'm saying? And it seemed like, you know, you spread them boys out a little bit. And earlier they were protecting the paint like it was nothing. Like you couldn't even get in there. Well, you know what I'm saying? Now it's now they just, okay, well, fuck the paint. And we just knock down the 3, hit the jumper, 15, 20 footer. You know, what you think about that, bro?
Well, the thing is, man, their 3 lineup, that uniqueness by having a 3 that's 7 foot that can guard, you know, 2 guards and can guard point guards. Like Evan can guard a point guard. I've seen him do it. He can guard a 2 guard easy. I've seen him, and he's long. And everybody wants to settle for the 3, but when you got a 7-footer to shoot over, it makes the 3 harder, so the percentages goes down. When I look at the Cavs defense right now, the defense is ranked number 2 in the overall rating. It's 105.1, and then they're 3rd in defensive field goals, which is 43.9%. And then the number 2 with overall defense. That shows me that 3-man defensive set at 7 foot is working for Bickerstaff.
No doubt.
This is a copycat league, and we got a new generation of athletes. I mean, I pay attention to
this hybrid type kid.
Man, I pay attention to the G League. We're gonna have 7-footers that can guard guards. And they're going to start doing that. Everybody's shooting a 3 because the 3 is worth more than a 2 in the percentage. So the mid game is wide open because they don't really guard for it. You know, they don't bar for mid range no more. That's why people like Allen Iverson and, you know, they would eat this league up right now because the mid range game would be so wide open. But everybody's either shooting a 3 or they're getting a dunk. So when you got 3 7-footers, you can spread out the defense. That's why we're number 2. That's why we're number 3. That's why we're number 2. You see what I'm saying? We're at the top 5 of all categories on defense for that reason. And defense wins championships. If they get to the playoffs, this defense will take them over the top. And I hats off to Bickerstaff for having that vision.
So what other issues you think the Cavs is having right now as a team? I mean, how bad are we missing Sexton, man? And you said LeVert, and I think we're missing them guys real bad, dude. You know, we like I said before, you know, we said the last show, the ability to create your own shot. It's kind of been missing a little bit. It's kind of been a little lackadaisical. The other night, I don't know, they just completely lost their hustle, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, they said that on the radio and whatnot. I was like, I don't know what the fuck the Cavs is doing right now. But I'm not getting upset. I'm not getting upset, but I don't want them to fall too far behind. So what do you think, bro? You
know, they were 3rd after All-Star break. You know, they weren't far behind. And I'm looking, you know, they got a few more, you know, they better get it together in the next couple of weeks. I do say no doubt. They better get it together. But I think they will. I mean, you look at it, they say they got tired. When Garland was fresh, when they came in the game, they got 40-some points in the first quarter. They was dogging Philly. But then they hit that wall, that young boy wall. They used to playing 30, 40 games.
That's where your boy LeBron to come in and help him out, huh?
Exactly. He'd say, hey, listen, yo, it's time to slow the pace down. You know, we was getting them 40 points. They was running up and down the court, dunking, alley-ooping. You know, we was getting it on. And then the whole second half, they had to play Garland the whole second half. He didn't sit down one time because we need Sexton. We need another person that can come in and, you know, run that ball and rock it, you know, and score some points. But, you know, until now, you just got to overplay Garland. He just got back. He got tired at the end of the game. Not only, you know, that's why Maxey went off. Maxey went off because he was breaking the defense down. He was splitting, and he got 38 points. That man probably ain't never gonna get 38 points the rest of his damn career.
Wow. Yeah, that transition game is hell. if you know, it's been some. I remember when Kevin Love, and LeBron that year, man, Kevin was throwing whole court passes like he was playing in an NFL. And they was just, it was amazing to watch, man. That 2016 season is a thing of beauty, but it is what it is. So we got to get to it. Like you said, how can the Cavs fix these issues, bro? What is the upside for success? I know we kind of elaborated on it. Can you add on to this question?
I think it's just clamping up on defense, staying consistent. And I really think they need to find a pace. They need to find a pace that they can run for 4 straight quarters, you know, and that comes with experience and getting healthy. They need to get healthy, get experience, and you know, listen to their coach. Bickerstaff is a hell of a man, hell of a coach. He can make it happen for them. No
doubt. I believe you on that. Now, see that moment, we got to switch it up because, like I said, this is now a really good sports show. Now, earlier, we talked about the NFL, and that, as you well know, as I announced earlier, we are now affiliated with the ASFL, which is the American Spring Football League. Now, and with that, there's I think the major, I can't think of the other one that Dame Dash is now involved in. Yeah. These entities, these units, these organizations are popping up now. They are here to challenge the NFL and to bring a new product to the game. So, what do you think the ASFL, as far as the impact on the industry, will they have the longevity to ride next to? Can they ride? It's like the Bugatti and the Hyundai. No. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, is it the Bugatti and the Hyundai, or is this a Ferrari and the Corvette? What do you think, bro? What can this league do, man? And later on in the week, we will have the CEO, owner, Michael Dwyer, will be on the show next week. You know, this is basically our new boss. We'll be on the show. We're going to talk about it. But Aaron, what do you think the ASFL impact will be on sports as far as football?
You know, I think it has the capability to be really big.
No doubt.
I think with their pension plans that they have set up for the players, with the, you know, black ownership. You know, we got to stress that. Yeah, we're not going to say the names, but some really big names, some exciting entertainment names, some exciting labels themselves will be owning these teams. And I think, you know, I think we can put out a good product. We can definitely put out a good product because it's a lot of people that love the game of football. It's some exciting new rules that, you know, and we're going to bring hitting back. You know, see, that's the thing. You know, we've been playing tiptoe and all that. We hitting again. Bumper cars. I stress that bumper car bullshit. We hitting again. So we're gonna see tackling again. We're gonna see real football again. You know, but that's why they got the good pitching plans. That's why they're gonna be teaching. You know, they were saying, I was reading something. They're gonna be educating players on wealth management. Things like that. I know Dame Dash, he talked about it. He said in his league, definitely, that's one of the main things. They're going to teach them wealth management. Pretty soon, we're going to have to do for us is chestnut checkers. They're going to either have to change or we're going to rearrange.
Woo-hoo. Right, brother. You heard? It is a representation that, you know, it's, damn. I don't want to make it seem like not all African Americans or people we are ghetto when it comes to certain things. We have African Americans who are very successful. Hell, Byron Allen is doing his best to try to buy the Denver Broncos and change the culture. Now you have this league, the ASFL. Hey, if you listen to me right now and you are a multimillionaire, you are African American, this is where you need to be. I encourage this league. You know, I represent this league now, and we want to change the culture. We want to make changes. I'm not dogging the NFL. I grew up on the NFL, love the NFL, but certain things, certain changes need to happen. And I think, like, as far as the NBA, as far as their representation of the game, as far as the players, is at the high standard. You see what MLB right now, they on strike. So at times, why don't the NFL players go on strike? Because some of this stuff, you're not getting some of the guaranteed money, cut you like it's nothing. Some of them don't get opportunity to even buy back their contracts, and it's just not right. This is 2022, And it's time for a change. That whole mindset, the old school mindset, 100-something years. We ain't talking about slavery, but the mindset. African Americans, we come up in sports. We want our just due,
right? And
we will do whatever it takes. And like I said, this league that Mr. Dwyer's coming with, what Michael's coming up with, I think it's the right avenue. And while we on here, he has my undivided 100% support, especially from the show, and the privilege and the pleasure for us to do that shit. We gonna goddamn do it. And I'm looking forward to it. And, you know, I'm excited about it. And it is what it is.
Right. And so, you know, with me, it was a big thing about pensions. It was a big thing about ownership. Mm-hmm. It was a big thing about me seeing football again. This ticky-tack shit look like it's rigged, man. I'm getting tired.
They've been complaining for a long time, bro, that the NFL with these referees and that gambling may have a foothold on one decision, one call could change the whole complexity, especially at the end of a game or in overtime, contains the whole complexity of the game. Like, man, what the fuck was that? And it's crazy, man. All the technology we got, and they still can't come to a good conclusion when it comes to some of these calls. Well, my bad, bro. Go ahead, bro.
Nah, I mean, you telling nothing but truth. There ain't no lies being told. We look at that Higgins hit against KC that year.
Oh man, that was helmet to helmet.
Helmet to helmet or targeting. You tell me that wasn't, man. That was you could have made the right call. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I look at all these times. I look at teams and, you know, I look at games and they're almost predictable and, you know, it's all good, you know, but we ain't hitting like we used to hit. Nope. We ain't, you know, it ain't the personalities is becoming, to me, I'm not feeling the personalities. And that's the thing. And then with the ownership and them doing what they doing in the Bill Belichick's and, you know, the Tom Brady is the GOAT. You know, you mean to tell me out of all the players that ever played in NFL, you gonna pick Tom Brady first?
That's a good one.
You thinking about it?
Because of the rings, man, and the success.
Oh man, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Shit look rigged.
Yeah. So you think they set that up? We up against it.
Okay, we talking about
Tom Brady that wouldn't. Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead, bro.
Oh no, you remember Poochie? Charles Woodson, the tuck rule.
Yeah.
Shouldn't the Raiders had that? I mean, we talk about the GOAT, but the field goal kicker kicks all the winning shits. I mean, I ain't trying to be funny, man, and I ain't trying to talk about Brady. That ain't where I'm going. But what I'm saying is I need some authenticity back. Whatever. I need something authentic. Yeah. I need a real product. I need to know, to me, what's going to happen to these people after sports, because I get to see the backlash.
CTE, what are they going to do about that, man? And well, this league, like, you know, when I talked to Michael earlier tonight, he was stressing a lot of the workers' comp for a lot of these players and making sure that these players are compensated for these injuries. You know, and these guys are not even on that level that's coming up. They ain't getting paid millions like that. These guys salaries are significantly less. And they're gonna be out there entertaining me and you gonna be able to cover this, and it is what it is. So we up against it, bro. Any final thoughts about this new league and sports in general, bro? How you feel about it?
I think us, really us as fans, I'm asking the athletes to really think about what are you doing? Really think about where you want the sport to go. I mean, we got second generation players all up. Darius Garland is a second generation player. Where do you want your kid to aspire to be? Like LeBron, he does certain things. I know he has a son in mind. Him saying that he's going to retire with Bronny is just up in his draft staff. He's already thinking for his kid's future. I'm saying, when you go to do those athletes, think about your future. If you're a big athlete that's thinking about going to the NFL, know that you are a brand, and wherever you go, the fans are going to go. I just want everybody at the combine to know that you are a brand. Wherever you go, the fans are going to go. And when you go there, the salaries will get bigger because the deals will get bigger and it will grow. And everybody knows spring ball can be successful.
No doubt. Hey, I appreciate you, bro. And that is it. That's the end of the show. Excuse me. I'd like to thank my brother and compadre in all of this, And like I said, man, we will be on the ASFL network as one of the featured podcasts supporting this show. My brother, I love you, man, and we are out.
Lay your back.
Peace.
Boom.
See y'all next week.